What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And this is not
another damn podcast.
Presented by
Our damn
selves. 273 kid.
Yes.
And this even though we still got a little bit time left, it's pretty much the end of summertime, yeah. Because we had a little kind of end of the summer shindig over the weekend, me and the lady. Of course, you brought the family by. It's definitely
they had a good time. They had fun.
They saw that bounce house there.
They got out the energy, and since we started driving on the way home,
and they saw Uncle Oz, yeah, like they
Uncle Oz. We wasn't even parking the driveway. Uncle Oz, and they running. Like, okay.
The car, they both jumped on me. I'm
like, wait, let's get the car parked. Let's cool out. But they were happy to see.
It was nice though, yeah. Rain tried to rain on our party, but we made it work though. It was supposed
rain don't stop us.
Supposed to be an outdoor thing. We mostly moved it indoor, and then there was still stuff set up so people that wanted to be out could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the rain wasn't stopping shit though.
You gotta be able to adapt. You gotta be able to roll with it.
Yeah.
Chameleon.
Played cards and everything. I kicked ass at spades, got my ass kicked at Uno. So ain't win them all.
And then I did good with Uno with the kids or whatever. I was trying basically keep them on task with how to play Uno. And then we did some Jenga.
Ariana had a ball at the Uno. Once she learned how to play, like she was kicking that.
I think that she played it at summer camp. So like when she
was somewhat familiar. I saw her helping the other kids trying to teach them how to play. But yeah, it's like she was kicking ass though. I saw y'all play Jenga a little bit.
Yeah, Jenga was fun. Khalil started getting too mad, so I had me put the Jenga up because he was losing. It's supposed to fall down. That's what Jenga is.
You try to move it without falling.
Without making it fall.
Part of the fun. When it falls, like we have a good laugh. It's like that's part of the fun.
He was actually mad though. He
wasn't trying to hear that shit.
He wasn't trying to hear that. But like we said,
I was wondering why y'all stopped playing Jenga.
He's only 4, so I mean he was
that when it falls. That's part of the fun. It's like
Mm-hmm. And you have to build it back up. It's like Jenga, let's build it back up. He was so mad.
We didn't even get to play Connect 4. So I couldn't say pretty sneaky sis like that.
Ari is if you want to play some Connect 4, play with Ari because I taught her I gave her my strategy and now she be working my strategy. I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
remember the episode of the Cosby Show about that when Theo was
teaching checkers,
and then Rudy started beating Theo's ass.
Kill me.
Theo was teaching her because first he was kicking her ass, and then he taught her all of his tricks, and then she was kicking his ass at checkers. That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, because I started teaching Ari because I really had to think to really beat her because I'm like, Dad, okay, she blocked my. Like that was I had mine right there. She blocked it. Like, dang, like I really had to think out the box for her once I taught her to play Connect 4.
Connect 4 is similar to checkers. It's just vertical instead of horizontal, but similar strategy. Like it's not exactly the same, but you have pieces and like you trying to kick your opponent's ass. It's similar strategy to checkers, but a little bit different. So there you go.
Everybody wants to. I'm a Connect 4 champ, so bring it.
You're too sneaky, sis. We waited 35 years to play that, and then we played it, and then I got beaten. I did a pretty sneaky.
You said pretty sneaky. So you said, okay, I'm done.
Again. I was like, I got to go out like that. I had to retire like that.
They're pretty sneaky.
0-1 is my record, and I'm going to Connect 4. 0-1. I never played the version that she got. It's like, she had the big one. She was trying to find the life size one, but it was trying to get that money for that one. So she said, "Fuck that."
Because I want to get one of those yard size ones because I see them on Amazon, like the big ones that you could use for like a backyard thing or like a family reunion.
They were pretty expensive, sis. That's what
okay. Because I'm like, that's something that for our next family reunion, I was like, I would get one of those, and then
that's what she wanted to get there.
Yeah, because that's like a family reunion. Like thing that you can do. And then you can even have your teams, like you can have like different teams versus each other. I think that would be fun. But if it's like pretty expensive, then you might have to plan ahead for that.
We gotta do Family Feud like Steve Harvey. You got the Abdullahs versus the Gullies. Like, yeah, that mean we'd be on the opposite team. That'd be fun.
We're competitive. Marcus and I always play to win. We're competitive. Wherever we go somewhere, we be super competitive. We be super competitive.
Who the hell will be on my team? Feast. Who else? Shout out Feast. That's all I need is Feast. Give Feast give him some good liquor, then we all good to go, man.
Look, I just gave you.
Let's go. All right. Enough of the fun shit. Now let's get to the dumb shit. But shout out to everybody that came out to our little shindig. Like,
yes.
She talked me into that one. I was skeptical at first, but I'm glad we did it at first because you know me. I'm usually just a DJ. I'm like, just like tell me where to set up. I play the music. As far as planning a fucking party, not my strength. It's like
can't plan things, but I just don't want to now. I'm always a money person for whatever reason. I'm always the one because like I know how to collect the funds and
I just show
tell
up.
the funds where to go. I know how to do all that.
Where's the nearest outlet? Okay, I set up right here. Okay.
I'm the money person. I'm the money person.
Tell me where the outlet is. I plug in. I'm good to go. That's usually my involvement in the party.
I'm usually the money person. You can price the stuff, and then you know how much you like charge each person. You know how to like. That's me with the money. So.
We had our party, but it wasn't a backyard party. Guess who else is not going to be having any backyard parties? We're not new at this shit. R. fucking Kelly. We're going to start with R. Kelly, who's already got 30 years for the New York case. Like, so dude, it's like, he's going to, if he does all 30, he's going to be in jail. He's in his 80s, like already. Like, he's going to already, like, even if none of these other charges stick, he's going to already be in jail since he's fucking 80s already and shit. Yeah. That's from the 30 years he already got and shit from New York. But the Chicago trial is going on right now. And guess who testified on Thursday?
Sparkle's niece, right?
Yep.
I don't know the young lady. I mean, is her name still being redacted?
Yeah, probably. She's going by, they got her listed as Jane. I guess as
redacted,
Jane, or like Jane Q Public. Yeah, they got her listed as Jane. She's 37 years old now, but she was like 14, she says, when they started having sex. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's a little bit younger than me, so that would be about right her age. She's a little bit younger than me. She's 37 now.
And then, of course, like you could figure out. I'm gonna read her testimony. You could figure out who she was just based on the testimony. I got some of the testimony. I don't have it all, but I'll read part of the article. I guess the now 37-year-old known as Jane was the teen girl at the center of R. Kelly's 2008 child porn trial, which that was the video that we saw back in the early 2000s. What video that people saw, I'll never admit to seeing the shit. Yeah, because it's technically child pornography. So yeah, I'll never admit to seeing that video. But the video that was out back then, y'all know the video we talking about. Yeah. And in her testimony, she told jurors she was introduced to R. Kelly by her aunt when she was just 13 years old. She also told jurors that her aunt is a musician and was romantically involved with R. Kelly at the time. So who was romantically involved as a musician, like from that around that era?
That's T right there. So you done mess with the auntie.
Apparently him and Sparkle were in a relationship back then.
That's the T. That's T right there. Because like we always kind of suspected it was something, but
it always seemed just because like and I know with music, like there's a lot of acting involved, especially with R&B, but they always seem like they were like, are they or aren't they? When like
everybody ain't going to be
able to be together on camera. It always seems
everybody ain't going to be Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. Like everybody ain't going to be that because they weren't involved romantically, but they just made great music together. They were
definitely involved with other people. Tammy Terrell dated David Ruffin.
That was we know about that. Yeah.
Which was highly featured in the Temptations with
me. We know about that.
They featured that prominently in that. So, we know
but they were just really
musical partners,
musical soulmates, where they made great music together. But they were truly great friends, because even when she passed away, Marvin was devastated when she passed away. They were just great friends, but we didn't know about that with Sparkle. So we kind of was like, are they? aren't they?
Because they always seem like they were like, are they, aren't they, when we saw them together on camera.
When a woman's fed up.
Yeah, when a women's fed up, and be careful.
Yeah, there you go. I couldn't think of the name.
Yeah, like they all, two of them together always looked like it was something there, but we didn't know for sure. But now we know, because she testified under oath, like that her aunt, who was also a musician, was romantically involved with R. Kelly at the time. You know, here's where the juicy shit happened. She testified her aunt told her that she should ask R. Kelly to be her godfather. I believe that because that's the same thing that happened with Aaliyah. It's like I blame Hankerson on that one more. Yeah. It's like, yeah. And then weeks after, she said that R. Kelly between them began to make sexual advances towards her. I definitely believe that.
Yeah.
Jane said during a phone conversation that R. Kelly asked her what color underwear she was wearing, what color panties you wearing, like, and said that he was pleasuring himself while he asked her that on the phone.
So let's pause right here, guys. So
it's a 13-year-old, by the way. He's
asking a 13-year-old. My daughter's gonna be 13 in 6 years. But carry on. Carry on.
Wrap your brain around that.
So you see that you see, as a mom, I view things a little bit differently. My daughter's gonna be 13 in 6 years, but carry on.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying where I leave off. Oh yeah. So during phone conversations later turned physical while R. Kelly touching her breast and other parts of her body when she was around 14. So that's when he started feeling her up and all of that around when she was 14. Yeah. She also claimed around that time he started penetration. I'm assuming it meant fingering her. That's what I'm assuming that means. Started penetration. And when she was 15 years old, they had their first intercourse. So like they had sex for the first time at 15.
So still underage, no matter how you try to slice it. She was 15, that's underage.
Young, yeah.
That's underage.
Said R. Kelly would have been about 30 at that time. So if you do the math, he'd have been about 30 when he was 15. When prosecutors asked how she knew what to do with R. Kelly sexual, she replied he told her what to do. And how many times they engaged in sex acts, she responded hundreds. So he had sex with this girl like hundreds of times, like according to the testimony. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
now
it got deep. Yeah, that's the testimony.
Now I saw a little thing, and I'm like, was this in the testimony? Is this true? Because I saw a blurb. Like I said, I hadn't had time to research and see if it was true, but I did see a blurb where it said that allegedly his ex-wife Drea was involved in some sexual acts between her and R. Kelly. Like,
I didn't see that. That could have been a different part of the testimony, but like
I'm gonna look into it, see if that's true.
It was a different day. It could have been. She could have testified multiple days. It's like
they said Sparkle. Because I saw somebody, but they said Sparkle's niece just testified saying that R. Kelly's ex-wife engaged with her in sex too.
It could have been. I've heard those rumors, so like, it wouldn't surprise me. I didn't see it in this testimony, but it could have.
And I was like, whoa! And they was like, and then the comment section, of course, they ate her. They was like, in all this time she'd been playing. They was like, lock her ass up too, lock her. And then here's my feeling on that, because people can try to act like it's far-fetched. Remember the little girl 11 who was kidnapped? Was that Elizabeth Smart that was kidnapped? The husband and the wife held this girl captive for all these years. She had 2 kids by this man. His wife, the whole time,
was in on it.
You let your husband kidnap an 11-year-old child and rape her, and she had 2 kids by him. And he held her captive all that time. And she was involved. The wife was actually involved. So it's not out when people try to say, it's not out the box for that to happen. Because in their mind, it's like some women will be like, well, I'm part of the fantasy. So if he wants to have like sexual relations with like another one, at least I can be in it.
I might as well be part of it.
I might as well be. So at least I'm part of the fantasy. So I'm not going to lose him. I mean, like whatever you do as a considered adult, that's fine. Like I said, if you want to be poly or whatever your thing is, but between adults, that's my thing. Whatever you want to do.
Somebody that's 14 or 15 years old.
Whatever you want to do sexually as an adult, it's your business. Whatever you want to do, it's your business as an adult. But when you involve a child, that's where shit is. No, you involving a child. That's the thing. If R. Kelly was doing all his freaky, sneaky, whatever, and all these women were of age, then okay, whatever. If he wants to do that wild sex orgy, whatever thing, okay. If they were all considered adults, but they're not. They were children that he was preying on. And if you were part of the entourage helping him pick up these girls, and if you were engaging in sexual acts with these girls too and knew about it, your ass should be locked up too. Everybody needs to be locked up. That's how I feel. Lock up everybody. Lock them all up. Throw away the key.
Definitely look into the evidence. Yeah. If the evidence shows that she was part of it, definitely go after her.
Investigate her ass, because she out here being I saw her little Instagram
shows that. Go after her ass.
I saw her Instagram when she was walking backwards, shaking her ass. She was doing all that on her little Instagram thing or whatever. So if she is involved, then look into her. Because that's the thing. Like, once one person, like now that R. Kelly is caught and he's caged and we see he ain't getting out, he may start being like, okay, this person did this person did that, this, and then may open up Pandora's box. I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to expose a lot of people
because it's looking like dude is never going to get out of jail. The more
I think he's going to tell. I think he's going to tell and get everybody exposed. Yeah. And my only hope is that if he does start talking, protect him, because then we don't want another Epstein situation. We don't want that to happen. We don't want another Epstein situation to happen. Because we all know what that, come on, like when he was about to start talking, like getting all the stuff out, and then he ends up dead in his cell. Come on now. Because you were about to release real names, and
you were going tell. You were going to do tell.
You're going to be out there singing like Usher was on that Tiny Desk concert. You're going to be out there singing like that. But R. Kelly. And like we said, Miss Jane Q Public or whatever.
Yes, it's Jam. They got her listed as Jane. Yeah, so
we can do the math.
But she mentioned the aunt was a musician. Well, so we know who that aunt was. Speaking of what else, you know what else we knew all this time?
What?
Tevin Campbell was gay.
Can we talk for a minute?
Tevin Campbell recently appeared on the People Everyday podcast and gave us the worst kept secret of all time. He came out as gay.
Like when Barry Manilow came out.
He's gay. Every person that was to say, get over it. You get to the point in your life where you love yourself so much, you don't give a damn what people say, what they think about you. That feels so good. That's what he said on the. I'm like, we knew that. I saw somebody in my timeline posted.
Hello, Ashley. We knew that.
I was just about to say that. I was gonna go another way. That's what we said. Like, yeah, we knew that. When I saw somebody posted this, I was said they knew Tevin was gay when he didn't try to smash Ashley back on the show. Well, he ain't
what's his name? Little T.
I think Little
T. I think. Yeah.
When he smashed Ashley Banks, I knew he was gay. Like one of my friends, my timeline.
And like, and then we're this old where like I remember when he did that interview with Sister Magazine when he talked about that he said he's a trisexual, he'll try anything. I remember that when he said he was a trisexual.
That probably was 20 years ago when he said
that was like his sister. It was like around the millennium, yeah. When he said, I'll try. I'm a trisexual. I'll try anything. So that's basically your way of coming out. If you say that you'll try anything, it's like, okay, it's kind of like you're just kind of easing into it because, like I said, it still was kind of, I guess, taboo. Like
sister part right now, they mentioned that in this one. Said it's like almost 20 years declared he was not gay, but he will try anything. Yeah, put the sister magazine article.
But we knew though, it's like, and then who cares if he is? Because I mean, like he was a great singer. Like I mean. People are still doing
an all-time classic.
People still trying to do that run and they can't. I mean, most of the people who try to do it sounded awful, but some sounded good, but a lot of people sounded awful trying to do it.
Garrett, Can We Talk is an all-time classic.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Graffiti Bridge.
The movie was garbage, but the song was good. The movie was trash, but Round and Round was a good song.
And the one break it down.
I don't want nobody to hear the sound. And then of course tomorrow. That was what we sang that at graduation. Tomorrow.
Yeah. That was just a graduation song of that era. Because I think we did too. Like
I said that for my 8th grade graduation.
The graduate from the early 90s. Like, yeah, sing Tevin Campbell tomorrow. That was just like
can fly.
They still have graduation songs now. I wonder what they sing.
Some mumble rap. Bad and bougie, right? Yeah.
Picking up dope with the Uzi. I sing body yaddy 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 yaddy. That's what they're singing now.
Oh my gosh. But that was like the worst, like you said, the worst kept secret. Like when he came out, it's like no shit when he came out. Like we knew this like at least 25 years ago. Like people our age knew this 25 years ago, at least.
Fresh Prince, like I said.
At least, like I said, if you want to go farther, 30 years ago, but I said, but at least 25 years ago, we knew this. And good for Good for Tevin. If he's happy, I mean, I'm happy for him that, you know, you feel like you got it off your chest and you can be you can be free. So do you. Happy for him.
Speaking of
we weren't shocked.
Yeah.
We weren't shocked.
Right. Speaking of gay, very serious note, which we didn't get to talk about last week.
Yeah.
Right here in our own city in Chicago, on the south side, by the way, outside of the Jeffrey Pub on 71st.
71st and Jeffrey.
For those that don't know, a notorious gay club on the south side. They say if not the longest running gay
club. The oldest, because it's been there like 40 years or something.
Been there at least since the 90s, possibly the 80s. If
it's
40 years, it'd have been the 80s.
Yeah, it's been there for a while. Because I mean, I remember it's always been open, like the pub. Like it's always been.
All I know is Cats told me about that because it's like, you know, early 90s and Cats like, yeah, don't go there. Like that's the gay. Yeah, Cats warned me about that spot.
Because in the early 90s, like people were like super homophobic in the early 90s.
Era. It's like different
super era. Homophobic in the early 90s.
That's it. Yeah, don't go by that spot on 71st and Jeffrey, man. Trust me. Yeah, like Cats, like when I was coming of age, getting to that age where I was old enough to go out, Cats said, yeah, don't make sure you don't go to that one. It's like, yeah. And back then it was more like subtle. It was just look like a regular tavern with like a Bud Light sign out front. Like now they got the rainbow flag and the Jeffrey Pub sign and all that. Now it's like, yeah, because a different era. They like, yeah, they out now, but back then it was more subtle. Like you would have thought it was just like any other tavern,
regular dive, like a regular dive spot or whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, crazy video happened last Sunday. Yeah.
In the early hours of Sunday morning. So like 5 a.m. Like 5 a.m. Sunday morning.
Right about when they were getting out the club. Like I'll explain this thing because I watched the video. I don't think you have.
I did not, because like Marcus watched it. Marcus was like, I wish I didn't watch it. He watched both videos. He did. He was like, I wish I didn't. He was like,
angles. One from like a pedestrian's dash cam, because I guess they were trying to get around it, and that's when they saw everything. Yeah. Then the other angle looks like it was some kind of lamppost. I'm thinking it's one of those police cams.
One of the police ones.
The angle is high, is like it's looking down. You can see the whole of 71st.
Like a wide shot, basically.
Wide shot of the Jeffrey, the entire intersection. You see everything. So like, I don't think that's just a security camera. I think that's like police, like, because.
And for point of reference, it's a railroad track that runs right there. The metro runs right there. It's a metro train that runs right there. For point of reference, people who don't know, point of reference, it's a metro track right there as well.
But what happened? It was like some guys. It was like a small scuffle that had broken out. Like I don't know what that was about, but it's a group of guys, maybe 4 or 5 guys that were right there. A scuffle had broken out. Yeah, they were like it had spilled into the street. But even with early morning hours, there's not a lot of traffic. So like with even with them in and being in the street, they weren't really blocking traffic per se.
Right.
It was like a little scuffle that, and then like right in the middle of it, you just see a car like zoom by. The car was almost like blurry. It was going so fast, like and it just like ran direct. It wasn't no accident. It ran directly into that group of guys that were in that scuffle. Yeah. Now I don't know if this guy was originally part of that scuffle or what some people are saying was this a hate crime.
That's what they've been saying. Like it was just a hate crime because gay bar,
like gays that ran over those guys intentionally.
And they ran over them. And the way that Marcus described, he said that car was going at least 50, 60 miles an hour. He said it was going
the car was like, the way it was going. Like even with them freeze frame and they couldn't get a plate. That's how fast the car was going. Like they tried to like freeze frame the cameras. Like, the car was going so fast they couldn't like get a plate. I think they eventually did find the car, but I'm not sure if they have a suspect. But when they ran, getting back to the actual collision, the first one, the dash cam is when I saw it first. Like you see, like it runs. It's like you could kind of see because like the car was like waiting to like trying to let the guys clear so he could go around. You could tell that's what it was. This other one went there and just like one guy hits the ground deck immediately, like he was like killed on impact. And then like the scary shit is like two bodies like flying in the air. And you could kind of see them on that first angle, but the security angle is where you see everything. Is like what I described it as for my gamers. It looked like Grand Theft Auto. It looked like a video game, but real life. When they ran to that, like bodies like flying, tumbling in the air. And like the pub is like, yeah, on it's like because it's a strip mall and then a pub, something like that.
Yeah, there's like a beauty
like old Woolworths, you know, that's a beauty supply.
Yeah, it's like a beauty supply house right there.
Yeah, old enough, like my age. Remember that was Woolworths back in the day.
It was a Woolworths, yeah, because like when you look at the design, that was a Woolworths. The
old Woolworths sign peeking through.
Yeah, it was a Woolworths. Yeah, when you say that now.
Yeah, it's part of that. But yeah, and then next to that is where the pub is. But like one of those bodies landed over the damn near with a Walgreens over there on 71st. So it that's how fast that car was going.
Over the train tracks, yeah. That's why I said for point of reference, it's train tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, from the body past the tracks and landed over at 71st by the Walgreens, and then one of the other bodies landed somewhere in the middle of the tracks, like in the middle of Jeffrey, like yeah. But it flung those bodies like way, and I was like, And then another guy, you could see him limp off, like he got hit, but he didn't take as big a brunt as the other three guys. So that you saw he got hit, but he kind of limped off like while the two bodies were flying, and one just like instantly like fell to the ground, was killed on impact. I got the names of the three victims, like pay respects to the dead. 25-year-old Donald Huey, 23-year-old Jalen Osley, and 27-year-old Devontae Vivetter. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Yeah, but rest in peace to those three guys. Like
so young. So the oldest one, 20. So these young, like very young.
That's club age. Is like like
actually the whole life to live.
Is like that's when you do most of your clubbing is in your 20s.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that these guys are like in their 20s. Yeah.
Young guys. It's a shame that they were just taken down, like no regard for human life, like whatever the situation was, like. Whether it was like if the person who went back and got their car and ran them down because they got into a fighting with mad, like, it's not worth it. Like
I don't know,
it's not worth it. Or with their hate.
We don't have any context to like what was going to why that scuffle broke out. I don't know if like this person was originally part of it and they go and get in their car and run.
They're trying to get revenge and do it, but.
Or if it's like it was a hate crime, it's just like somebody just hates gays and did it.
Right, whatever the case is.
Driver, they did find the silver sedan like down the road, but on the article I'm looking at, they don't have a suspect yet. It's like days ago, so I don't know if they have one, but like that's
it's just not worth it though. Like no matter what the situation, like just taking a life like that is just
taking 3 lives, and then the fourth person, I don't know how bad they were because they said serious condition.
Yeah,
like you get hit by a car that fast, that person's life might not ever be the same again.
It might have permanent spinal.
Their life, they could end up in a wheelchair. You don't
spinal damage.
It could be like you could have tore every ligament in your knee, like so you like gotta get like 10 knee surgeries to get your knee. Yeah. Like don't know what the long-term effects.
You might permanently walk with a limp, have nerve damage.
Nerve damage.
Have because I know some people who have like they may permanently like twitch like they might permanently have like that like
all your ribs, the car hit you on that side, all the ribs on that side of your body could have been broken. It's like I don't know what the long-term effects are of the survivor, but the one person did limp off. I don't know the long-term effects of his injuries though. So
and just for
this person, they do need to be charged with like 3 counts of murder, one count of attempted first degree murder. All these, it should be like 3 counts of first degree murder.
First degree murder, 1 count of attempted first degree murder. Absolutely.
Possibly more charges. Well, it was other guys out there that didn't get hit. Like they should be attempted murder charges with all of those. Because like I said, there's a crowd of maybe like 4 or 5. So like. Like one that didn't get hit, that should be another count of
that's not vehicular, because vehicular is like I was texting on my phone and I lost control of my car. I hit somebody. That's vehicular manslaughter.
I hit a hydroplane, a wet spot in my car skid. Like that's vehicular, but
that was malice. That was intent.
Murder. I said
that was malice. And just for future people, like if you do like share the, I mean, I get like why people wanted to share that to like try to get the word out there, but warn people, put trigger warnings on your video. Just don't put videos
like,
up and just let them play on your timeline.
Have it auto. I hate when people do that because not everybody wants to see that shit.
Yeah. Because I haven't watched it yet. Like I've done a good job avoiding not seeing it. I haven't seen it, and I don't plan to see the video.
Yeah, it's the stories died down some, so you probably won't see anybody post it. And I saw like the family was talking about that in their like because they're in their timeline, they were like, yeah, like please don't tweet these like these.
Yeah, don't share that. Like, come on now.
Like the families finally especially like that first day, it's like because like when they were unidentified, the family members probably even know that was them. It's like y'all share this video like that. Yeah, like I probably saw the video possibly before the family members, like shit like that. Is like y'all sharing this video and they loved ones don't even know about it yet.
Exactly.
Sharing it with the world and all of that.
Just be a little bit more like, I mean, I know we're in a different world now because everything is so instantaneous because we're in that social media bubble where like we can get news. So like somebody could die, right? Like a celebrity could die right now in the hospital. And then you would have the story within 10 minutes that they died. We're in that world now.
Social media, they have pages dedicated that. Like Chicago Crime Watch is like it's actual page. Like you don't even got to send the stuff to the authorities. Like they have actual pages that where this stuff is like stuff like that. Yeah, like Chicago Crime Alert and stuff like that. It's like actual like pages where people share these videos. Like yeah, wow, this just happened. Like yeah, I was like the person that with the dash cam, they could have sent it to a site like that. Like I was just driving home.
Like they have the Citizens app.
Yeah, like this just happened in front of me. Yeah, Citizens app is another one. Yeah, like somebody could have been driving home and the one who had that dash cam footage is like, yeah, well, I was just going home and this just happened right in front of my eyes, and that's how that video got out. So like that stuff is instant. Like I said, you don't have to wait like the next day or two. Like it's instant.
Or to see in the newspaper, like the boomers, like shout out mom. Yeah, I saw in the newspaper that
sometimes every day.
Still buys her, yeah, who buys her daily. So one person's keeping the newspaper industry.
Print industry's gonna live forever thanks to mom. Our mom, she's gonna keep them in business. Yeah.
I get my paper, my Sun Times. Okay, mama. Got clip the article in the Sun Times. Okay, mama.
It's funny whenever we tell somebody like mom Mary from the Supremes died. It's like, yeah, I didn't see it in the paper. You're like, it just happened. She probably just died a couple of hours ago, so it's not gonna be in the paper. And then she'll see it like a day or two later in the paper, like, oh yeah, I saw the article. Yeah,
I saw the article and I clipped it.
Yeah. But we have know right away like that Mary Wilson died. Like she'd be like, oh, I didn't see it in the paper. Like, mom, it just happened. I just saw it. The alert just came through. So that means she probably just died 2 or 3 hours ago. So it's not gonna be in the paper. But yeah, it's like for those, that's why with TMZ, that's how big the story got. It made it to TMZ, the Jeffrey Club story. And they didn't they put like warning, like violent image warning, and they didn't have a video play on. You got to press play on their videos on TMZ. They don't auto play, so they can tell you. They have the articles like they graphic violence warnings. They have that like on the video says graphic violence, like warning, like don't click it if you don't want to see any graphic violence. Yeah.
And then mom said that she saw the story on the news, but obviously, like I said, they freeze frame before the cars. They showed the people like fighting in the street.
And that freeze, like probably was the image of the dash cam, because that's the one where you see the car coming like towards the
and that's what mom said they showed on the news. Because mom was like, that was just awful. She said for the person to just do that and to kill those people, and mom was really upset about that. She was like, it's a disturbing story. It just probably because in our own city and in your neighborhood, you live in South Shore. It's like you're not that far from that spot. It's scary and shit like that. It's there's no regard for human life.
Shit's crazy, kid.
No regard for human life. It is.
But had to touch on that one. You got anything? Because I done dominated this. I have some NBA talk. I'm hold on that unless you got something you want to jump in.
Let me about my thing.
And I have a video I want to show you too. It's kind of funny.
Well, kind of switching gears or whatever. I was talking to you about it yesterday. I saw the meme that someone posted from the shade room or whatever, and guess what it costs? Well, you saw it. What it costs now to raise a child. With inflation prices being the highest they've been in 40 years, so since 1982,
out of control.
Inflation is ridiculously high now. So
typically is like 2% per year. It's like way above that right now. Like 8%.
Yeah, like in June it was 9%. I want to say in June.
But typically, like that's just how money works.
Between 2 and 3%.
Your money loses 2% each year. Typically, like if you have $100, it's gonna be worth $98.
98, yeah.
That's the buying power is gonna be. That's why I say saving money is not smart because you're losing money each year. With the inflation, you're losing even more now.
Yeah. But I was looking at this. It said study shows it costs $300,000 to raise a kid in the U.S. as inflation soars to 40-year high. $300,000. So for a point of reference, raising a child means childcare, clothing. If you're trying to save for college, things like that, like trying to do the normal stuff you're supposed to do for your kids. So when I saw that, I just looked at Ariana, I looked at Khalil. I'm like, so this is over $500,000 that we got right here.
Sitting on $500,000, baby.
That we raised it. So what kind of return am I getting for this investment? Like that's my what's my return like?
Well,
is it 2%? Is it 3%?
Inflation is no return.
Am I getting a return?
With inflation, it's like, man,
I'm like, but like I said, I work in daycare. Like I see how much daycares charge. Like I had a daycare that I was that I was viewing or whatever or whatnot, and for infants, they was charging like $2,300 a month to keep an infant 5 days a week. $2,300 a month. That's mortgage. That's seriously mortgage payments. That's a nice house. That's a nice house for mortgage payments right there. $2,300. Well, that's a really nice apartment, a nice downtown apartment. But
whatever it is, yeah.
I was like, that's ridiculous. These prices.
Get almost any house you want with that, yeah.
When are we going to get some relief? That's just like my next question, because I'm like, people are wondering why people don't got kids.
I don't see it no time. Even though Biden did sign the quote unquote Inflation Reduction Act, I don't think that's going to reduce shit. That was more of a feel good sign than anything.
I don't think it's going to reduce per se.
Make people feel good, but like I don't think it's going to reduce.
But shit. At least gas is like coming back down. So
gas is getting like back to normal. Yeah. I paid under $4 for the first time last week.
Nice.
I got some $3.89 gas, something like that.
And the city, it's like $4.80 in Chicago. Like on average, it's like $4.80-ish.
Like last week for like I'd say like $3.
It was like $5.50. Now it's like $4.80. So that is a big. That's a big.
Gas right now is around like low fours, like $4.13 or something like that. Yeah. But last week I got some for like $3.89. I'm like, okay, yeah, like so gas is coming back to normal.
Let's get this academic probation gas. What's some academic probation?
Definitely.
So 1.75.
Tired of having this fucking AP gas. Goddamn.
This honor roll. Valedictorian gas.
I don't need no more AP gas. I'm just when A is worth 6 points, I don't need that gas.
Let's bring it down. Let's
my nerds will appreciate that joke.
But I just want to know when the relief is going to come, because like, and people are wondering why you have, like, people look at me. It's the reason why I have 2 kids. It's the reason why I only have 2. Like, are you having? Hell no, I'm not having no more kids. Hell no. And then a lot of people, like I say, yourself included, don't, like, I'm not having, like, no, I'm good. Like, some people are like, no, I'm good. No. You don't want no kids? You want to pay for these kids for me? And some people only have 1. They're like, hey, like 1 is good. Like, I'm good having this 1 right now. So
with inflation, that's the new show. Instead of 8 is enough, 2 is enough.
2 is. I'm telling you, 2 is enough.
Might be the name of the podcast. 2 is enough. Because back it was at the 70s. It was a show. 8 is enough. I think that was the 70s when
wasn't that Good Night John Boy? Wasn't it that show?
Was that? No, I think that was the Waltons. They had a lot of kids too, but
okay, yeah, because like Family for a reason had a lot of kids on shows.
So 8 is enough back in the 70s. Yeah, and yeah, now it'll be 2. With inflation, 2 is enough. It's a new show.
I'm telling you, you try to travel as a family of 4, a basic ass out is $200 between $200 and $400.
Go like automatically, you assume you're gonna pay at least $200, possibly $300.
Yeah, $200 to $400 is a basic ass out.
Parking and gas and parking and snacks and everything.
Snacks and souvenirs.
$300. Yeah, minimum. Yeah,
because like between $200 and $400 for a basic outing.
So that's like $200 just to walk in the door. It's like said, so and then all that other shit, like said, like $300-$400, like you said.
Now let's add the fun if tickets are $100 a piece.
Yep, then that's $400.
Now you're $400.
$400 off the top, yeah.
So it gets pricey. Is all I'm saying. It gets to be pricey. So make your smart choices. If you want to have children, prepare ahead. Make your smart choices. Make your smart choices.
Guess who's not worrying about inflation right now?
Ooh.
LeBron James.
Oh, yeah.
He signed his extension with the Lakers, so Bron ain't going nowhere. I see he signed 2 more years. He probably finishes his career with the Lakers.
Yeah, he'll be close to 40 by then.
97 milli for 2 seasons. For 2 seasons of basketball. That's over $45 million a year, almost $50 million.
Almost 50 round up. That's like $50 million
almost
a year.
$50 million a year.
And LeBron's active. He's a billionaire. He is a billionaire. Net worth is over $1 billion now.
Yep. So he got to try to find a way to get Bronny to the Lakers. I know that's what he's holding out for. He said, "I want to play with my son." So he's trying to he gotta maybe like do some kind of trade. If they trade up, like to find out where he falls in the draft, and they try to because like I thought he was gonna let his contract expire and then like wait and see who drafted Bronny and then go there. But like now he's signed, I guess he's gonna work it out, try to get the Lakers to go out and get Bronny like somehow.
Yeah, he's gonna make that happen.
Yeah, no, Bron will figure that out. It's like
he's gonna make that happen.
AD, so trade AD for Bron. Hey,
yeah.
Gotta play with my son. I'm just saying.
Hi, Westbrook.
Well, Westbrook's out of there anyway. I think he's in the final year, so I think they finally out of that.
I was going to say about it, Westbrook, because everybody just gives him a shit in.
They call him Westbrook now. It's like, yeah, which is unfortunate. Like Westbrook, I think he gets kind of a raw deal. Like cats like that, Westbrook and Carmelo, people like riding on them cats. But let's be honest, they like nobody picks on Chris Paul, and they won just about as much as he has. I'm just saying. But Chris Paul gets a pass, and like Westbrook and Carmelo don't get a pass for some reason. I'm just saying. It was like other guys choke is what I'm saying, but they don't get the hell that like guys like Westbrook gets.
That they get.
Probably because Westbrook got a strong personality or something. That's why he catches hell when he jokes. Yeah.
Yeah, Westbrook ain't no bitch, so he gonna clap back. We seen him clap back at them fans that were being racist. We seen that. We seen that.
Some Jazz fans, definitely. They're notorious. Some LeBron had some fans kicked out that we're talking to. People like try to say it was a bitch move. Like we don't know what they said. They said some racist ass shit. They should be kicked out.
When you talk about someone's child, or someone's wife, when we saw Will Smith, we talk about people's wives. So which is it? Like, so if somebody talks about your wife or not, so which is it? Chris Rock made a joke about the wife. He said, no, Will just slapped her. These fans make a joke about LeBron's wife if they could have.
Like LeBron. And I love like the cats say, like, these my current players are soft. They didn't do that back in the day. 2 words, Vernon Maxwell. 2 words, Ron Artest. Like these cats.
Oh, yeah.
Two guys that went into the stands that knocked
beat the ass, Hey,
they beat ass. Back in the 90s, that's why they called him Mad Max. I'm just saying, hey, it's like, and what the fans said allegedly, like he deserved to get knocked out because like Maxwell's his daughter was still.
Oh yeah, his daughter. Yeah.
The fan allegedly said something about that, and that's why
his daughter who just died, right?
Yeah, a stillborn who had just died, and the fan said something that he went and knocked the guy out.
So yeah, that's the stuff. I can't remember his name, but I definitely remember that story because it's like
it was like 95. I want to say when that happened.
That shows the like we always have saying going back about like this all ties together. See, we're not new at this. So like you talk about like LeBron's getting paid $97 million for 2 years of work or whatever. People he's overpaid this, but it's like when you look at what athletes do, like have to do, it's like okay, your wife just gave birth to a stillborn baby, and you still gotta go and play that same day or the next day. Like you don't have time to like sit and grieve.
With rowdy fans that trying to talk shit.
Like in normal circumstances, if somebody had a loss like that, you would take off time from work and be allowed to have like your grieving process. But if you're like an athlete, if you take off time to grieve, it's like you're viewed as being soft. Like you said, it's like, oh, you take it off time. It's like you gotta play through a lot of things.
And then with like Artest, they threw something at him and shit.
They deserve to get his ass kicked.
Deserve to get knocked out too. Yeah.
You can't throw shit at people.
If you walking down the street, you throw.
And you 6'8",
you're gonna get knocked out. You might get.
Artest is 6'8", or what Meta World Peace, but she's called now. He's 6'8".
I'm 6'1". If you throw a drink in my face, I'm probably gonna knock you out.
Exactly. Like if you saw him in real life, you wouldn't do that on the street. You just felt protected in the stadium. You felt like you could do it because you were gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
And Barry Maxwell, like, yeah, you made fun of him having a child who died.
And then, like, like that's the story that the guy said something about his kid.
You're a shitty human being to do that, and you deserve every bit of that. And if I was on the jury of that, like if you tried to do whatever, I would nope. It would get thrown out of my eyes.
It's just like the malice. I don't
not guilty.
It's just like with the malice. I don't think any lawsuits were like some might have been filed but got dismissed. But like I don't think any money was exchanged during it. The only money exchanged was the fines that the players sent to the NBA.
Right, the fines that they had to do.
No fans got any money. It's like it's pretty much like everybody agreed with it. It was like, yeah, well, you
left your seat.
Yeah. First,
you went on the court. And then you left your seat and went on the court.
Like all of this shit is your fault. Like so, like
right.
yeah, I don't think anybody got paid from that shit.
I'm gonna do like how we said with Bowl Cut. If you would stay on the porch and mind your business. Yeah, you would stay on the porch and mind your fucking business.
He wouldn't be spending 30 years minimum in prison. He's not old to like 30 years. Like
now look at you in jail, stupid. Look at you now.
That means that's the earliest. So he might get more than that. Say the earliest he can get out is 30. That's when he's eligible for parole. So he's probably gonna be in his 80s. Like yeah, like that's the earliest dude can like make parole is like in his 80s.
Yeah, I forgot his name now, but he's Bowl Cut. He's forever gonna be called Bowl Cut to me.
He's Bowl Cut.
He should have just minded his damn business.
Talk about our Bulls a little bit right now. Have you heard the Vooch Duncan Robinson trade rumors? Have you heard that?
I have not. What are those?
Miami, they don't want Duncan Robinson anymore. Bulls couldn't use a guy like that. He's a shooter. Like Vooch is on an expiring. Miami might be looking to get out of Duncan Robinson's contract. Like I looked at that. I'm like it's interesting. I would have to see if it makes sense for Chicago. Especially if Miami is if they're moving on from him, because they signed him to an extension, and then you change your mind and you're like, oh no, we don't want him anymore. It's like that. So if he's he's a good fit, yeah. I have to check the numbers, see how his season went. Like, yeah. But it's something interesting. The Bulls could use more shooting. Yeah. So something.
Yeah, we need a wing. We need another wing.
Definitely could use.
Definitely need a wing.
Because he's definitely a wing and he's a shooter. So
especially if we're trying to build off of this, like, it's like it is like contenders in the East. It is, but it's like you have to react to the perfect storm right now because it's not any one team that is just like, I mean, obviously I still think that Milwaukee is a favorite because they got Giannis.
Yeah, because Giannis is arguably the best player in the league right now.
Yeah, you got Giannis, so you can't.
Not so arguably the best player in the league.
Yeah, you got Giannis in Milwaukee.
Boston is for real. We saw that last season.
Yeah, Boston seems like they got something to prove. Like, okay, like yeah, we wasn't ready for the Warriors. We wasn't ready for them. We wasn't ready. So let's prove that we are ready now.
I still say don't sleep on Brooklyn. Even with
Brooklyn is kind of going through there.
If KD and Kyrie really step up, and Simmons decides he wants to play like they
right. Brooklyn, Brooklyn is like an interesting one. They're interesting, and they obviously Miami is they're right there too in the hunt.
Bam Adebayo, Kyle Lowry, they still got something to prove.
And then I say in that next tier after that, I say the Bulls fall in that next tier because the Bulls, like, they have a couple of tweaks that they need to make.
I put maybe Philly a little bit ahead of them because of
I said the next tier behind the top ones. Like they're like that tier, yeah, they're that next tier. Well, yeah, Philly might be kind of like in between like the top and like the next tier. Because Philly out there, they're like, well, they got Embiid.
If Harden plays like Houston Rockets Harden, then it'd be the truth. Like,
yeah, so like they're like
he finds his game again. Yeah.
And then the Bulls are like the Bulls, Atlanta, but they're like in like that,
Shout out Trey.
Because Trae Young he's ice.
Got DeJounte Murray, yeah. So like they it's something going on there.
But I mean, when you got stuff like that, you gotta strike while your iron is hot. You gotta react. You can't.
I wonder what the Bulls' long-term plans at center is. Is it Vooch or are they gonna try to do something? Yeah, because because Vooch is on an expiring right now. So like, do you extend him? And they really don't have any money to get anybody else. So like, Vooch might be the guy. Like, I want their long-term plans at center are. It might be extending Vooch. I don't know what the Bulls are planning, but something interesting to think about. Thought I'd just put that out there to wet your NBA.
Drummond being here may be good. I think that's definitely.
I like Drummond as the back.
That's an upgrade. People are trying to say that he's going to be Tristan 2.0. I think it's an upgrade.
He's a better version of Tristan.
Right. That's an upgrade from Tristan. And there's no drama.
Drummond was,
and there's less news around him. So
Drummond was once an all-star. Tristan wasn't. Yeah.
Right. We said there's less news around here because like the the outside noise.
Yeah, his second
baby mama, being like said that he ain't never going to be a father to the kid, but he'll just contribute financially or whatever he said. Like what? I ain't gonna be a daddy, but y'all write this check for you.
Yeah. Well, you got anything else, kid? Because I want to go into this shit real quick.
Oh, we can go ahead. Go Bulls. Like I said, we gonna go to some games this year, so I'm ready for the new season.
It's this ridiculous video. I want to.
No Bulls. Oh, what ridiculous! Oh my gosh.
Heard about as Angel Geist, like this chick in Atlanta. What about? I told you about it. Where the cops like said that about signing the ticket and all that. I'll pull a video up. I have the dash cam, the body cam. I mean, I'm not gonna play this whole thing. I'm gonna play some of it though, yeah, because it's you can see she brought this shit on herself, but like, let's take a look at it right now.
Obviously, it's 40+ minutes, so we ain't gonna watch all of it.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Hello.
All right. Well, I see the Ohio tab. I'm not sure if y'all from here.
Okay, like she's out in the park. I'm gonna give play-by-play for those that are listening to it. Like, she's out in the park with some guy. Like, he has Ohio plates on his car. So, like, what I'm thinking is, this was some kind of online hookup. It's like, dude, it could have been like some OnlyFans shit. I don't know, like whatever. I don't know. Cats hook up. It could have just been sliding the DM. Whatever it was, like he came from out of town to like hook up with her. That's one thing. I don't think that's his woman. I think it's a hookup. And they met out in the park to hook up.
Carry on.
Cop
came. Do what you gotta do.
Cars close after a certain time. It's like
right.
So the cop is telling him, "Here's where we going. Here it is."
Here or not, but you can't be inside the park in the city of Atlanta between the hours 11 p.m. 6 a.m.
Okay.
You got your IDs on you? You have your
Yep, after day 11 p.m.
Yeah, in Chicago, it's like that too.
Same thing in Chicago. Yeah, some cities do from dusk till dawn, but that's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, pretty much after a certain time, you got to get the fuck out of. That's why you see people around like the planetarium and all of that. Is like the cops start clearing it out there. So okay, like y'all got to get the fuck out of here after a certain time. But, and the same thing over by La Arbita on the south side.
Yeah, La Arbita, yeah.
Downtown is by the aquarium, by the planetarium. I mean, downtown by the planetarium, and then on the south side behind La Arbita.
La Arbita, yeah.
After about 10:30, that's saying, okay, y'all gotta get the fuck out of here. They start clearing it out because by 11, they want you gone. Like
by the Museum of Science and Industry over there too.
Yeah, a little bit over there.
They be hanging over there too.
A little bit over there, but especially by La Arbita and by the Adler Planetarium, but especially by those two. Yeah, at about 10:30, they start. Even 10:15, they start like, all right, get the fuck out. Yeah, because park closed at 11. Yeah.
First.
So let's go.
Your IDs on you?
Yes.
I'm gonna need them.
Get the IDs. Okay. All right, folks.
It's like she ready. A little tight dress on. So they was hugged up and
I'm muting this because they playing DJ Khaled and Rihanna the Wild Thoughts, and I don't want to start the video you're taking down.
Yeah.
Because like I guess that's playing on his fucking stereo now. Let me
just stand by.
Yeah, they playing that song. So I'll mute it until the cop comes. Okay, he's going back to his car. I don't want that song. I know that Khaled will take our shit. He's gonna run this shit. I can skip past this. I don't need to see her shit. I don't want people's personal information anyway. I'll get back. Okay, here's when the guy comes back. Okay, let's talk to him first.
Is it a charge or anything, or
just a ticket?
He's reading it. He's telling me you got a sign right here. That's what he has right now.
and go to the spot where it's like the charge by the hour in a hotel.
I have to sign it?
You cannot sign it and go to jail.
Dude asks, like, do I gotta sign it? The cop says, hey, you cannot sign it to go to jail. So guess what the brother does right away?
I signed it right away.
It's this one here.
He's like, where I sign?
Black man said, I ain't going.
I ain't
going. You in Ohio and you in Atlanta?
He signed that
Ohio.
shit right away.
You from Ohio, so you gonna go to jail in a whole different state?
Oh, yeah. Now let's watch Miss Angela's license.
That's your license.
Got his license back. He'll be on his way. It's over. Yeah. And signing is not the admission of guilt. That's the thing. Signing just means that, okay, you understand these charges against you. Yeah. That means you have your option. Like you say, you can either like pay the fine or you can challenge it, go to court.
Take your little citation, keep it moving.
Either pay it or you could go to court and fight.
Go to court.
Signing is not an admission of guilt. It's just saying you understand like what this means.
Understand what's
going on. It says that you can't be in the park after dark, basically. It's saying like you basically understand what these charges are. That's what signing is. You're not admitting shit, but like let's continue. He signed his and got the fuck out of here.
This time go to the Lord just off the hours for me. When you get paid by the hour, this time go to the
Lord. Copy your citation. You have any questions? All right, just need to sign right here on the X.
But because we're out of, didn't you say we were out of time, so we wouldn't have known that?
Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Like that don't matter. Just because you didn't know you can't be at a park. Like it's like if I'm going 80 in like a 50 zone, like I can't say I didn't know that I can't go 80. You still gonna get a ticket. It's like
okay, well, so you know you can't go 80 here. Here's this ticket. Have a nice day.
Exactly. You say because we out of town, but I don't think she's from. I think she's from Atlanta. He's from out of town. I think she's from there. He was coming to hook up with her. That's just what I think. But go on, let's continue.
Yeah, but that's not a valid reason why you should be in the park because you're from out of town.
And what's your badge number?
7452.
What's your badge number? 7452. Now this is where she's making a mistake right here. You don't walk to the car while you're talking to the cops because you don't know why you're going to the car.
You don't know why you're going to the car.
When people get shot by the cops, it's because of shit like this. Most you don't make no rash moves in front of cops, dude. It's like it's like you walk into your car. It's like you could at least say something like, yeah, wait, can I get? Or ask like, can I go to the car and get my phone? You don't just walk away like that. Like so, the cop was being real patient, like because like
and
he could have like.
And it was at that moment, look at dude's face. Look at his face. It was at that moment where he's like, shit. Like his face is like, shit.
What the fuck I get into? Yeah.
It was at that moment. That's what the voiceover started. It was at that moment when I knew. You know, the voice.
Where's the old Chappelle show scare? Yeah, when keeping it real.
Real goes far.
Exactly.
Look at his brother's face. He's like, I just want to go home.
And what's your name?
Officer Brooks.
What's your first name?
I'm not giving you my first name. You Officer Brooks, badge number 74, whatever you said. Yeah, he gave his name and his badge.
You could find him in the system.
And like that's gonna be on your ticket too. So like, yeah, your name, badge number on the ticket. So
what is you doing?
So you just being difficult for nothing. Let's continue.
Give me my first name.
Okay, and I don't have to sign this, right?
You do have to sign it.
No, I don't.
No, I don't. She's telling him what she has to do. No, I don't.
I love the privilege that people have.
Look at him. Look at his face. That dude, like, shut the fuck up. Look at his face. He's like, God damn it.
Okay. Well, like I explained to him, if you don't sign it, then you're going to be physically taken to jail.
Gotcha.
So you refusing to sign?
What's your name?
Officer Brooks.
How you keep asking his name?
7452.
452.
He gave his badge number and name twice. Not even listening to him. He's on the phone.
What's the badge number?
I gave it to you 2 times, man.
Okay, I'm asking again.
And I'm not giving it to you again.
Okay.
Are you gonna sign it?
No, because I want your badge number.
That's fine.
He asked it twice. He said, I'm not asking the third time. Take it down, put the license down. Now Simon.
That means that you're not paying attention because you're too busy on your phone. Typing in your phone.
Hey, listen, my man. She says she's not signing it. Put your hands behind your back.
Sir,
Ma'am.
you're hurting me.
Okay. I'm asking you to put your hands behind your back.
Sir.
Put your hands behind your back. 12, start me over, man.
Sir.
Ma'am, put your hand behind your back.
Come on.
I need you to back up.
I'm just saying, like,
I need you to back up.
You don't need to touch her like that.
She's not putting her hands behind her back.
I'm asking a question. I'm just all I'm doing is.
He gave the name and badge number twice.
He gave it twice, and you were on your phone.
Still on the phone.
You probably, and it doesn't even look like you're in. Like I don't even know what you're in.
On. Yeah, like
that's like your home screen. It's like a home screen. Cause I see her icon. I see her apps. It's like you're on your home screen. So I don't even know what you were even doing on your phone.
So then she starts just
put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
You're under arrest now.
Under arrest. Put your hands behind your back. I asked you to sign the ticket. You told me you're not signing it.
Sir,
put your hands behind your back.
I'm asking you a question.
Okay? I'm letting you know. I'm not going to ask you again. I'm going to forcibly put your hands behind your back.
But, sir, Mr. Brooks, is this really necessary? Mr. Brooks.
Hold on.
Hey, listen, my man.
She needs to put her.
He needs to just get in his car and leave.
You need to get in your car and just.
You got your shit back. Especially if this is a hookup, it's not even your woman. I'm out.
Okay, you can put your phone down.
Okay, Mr. Brooks.
Come on, sir. Hold on.
Put your hands behind your back.
It's not a racist thing because he's black.
I'm not saying
black, and then the other cops that came were all black too. So.
Right, it's black people, so you can't say it's racist.
Clean race card because everybody involved.
Race card. He's black. He tried to work with you.
He was like very cordial. He was
very cool.
He's like, hey, like, yeah, you gonna sign? No, yeah. He said, what's your badge number? He gave the number. What's your name?
Gave it right away.
So, yeah.
What's your name? Officer Brooks. Yeah. What's your badge number?
Just being difficult. Yeah. Well, I gotta sign. He gotta sign. Yeah. No, I don't.
Hold on. Run to get the phone.
Walks to the car. Like, yeah, like you don't know.
Goes to get the phone and still didn't get the information in the phone. How?
Houseway. Skip ahead a little bit.
You got all that smartphone and you're not that smart to put your stuff in. Come on now, lady.
Shit, yeah. So basically he wrestles her to the ground, yeah. Or she want to show the funny part and shit, yeah. Where's the good part with the fucking car door? Oh, when he puts her in the car, yeah. Well, you see, like after all, first he's like, putting on this whole.
Gone out of hand.
Put your hands behind your back.
You're hurting me. You are hurting me.
Okay, put your hands behind your back.
I told you I'm not putting my hands. You have not told me or read me my rights. You have not.
You don't have to read rights unless you are being interrogated. That's how it works. I want to show you the funny part. How you showed it. All of that was bullshit.
Just here for a party. Now she's out on the list. Hey, bro, just
oh my God. Ouch. Oh my God.
Watch this.
Go ahead and search her before I put it in. All right, man. Okay, stand up. Stand up. Turn around. I was blind, so I said go too.
You got any weapons on you? Any knives, anything like that?
No.
You sure?
Oh, it's coming.
Oh my God.
Watch all this crying. He's going, oh my God, he's doing this.
Put your feet inside.
Oh my God. Can I have my phone?
I have my phone. That's it. Oh, that was bullshit. Oh my God, you hurting me. Can I have my phone?
Can I have my phone?
She dropped all of that shit immediately.
Oh my God.
Can I have my phone?
Can I get my phone?
That's why I said, like, she's full of shit. The cop was right on that. Call me what you want. I'm with the cop on that one.
I'm gonna go out on the limb. Because she's in Atlanta. Tyler Perry, you got a new actress. There you go. She's in Atlanta. Tyler Perry scooped this lady up because she'll fit right on in.
Use this as material to make that be a
She'll fit right on in.
Cops harassing somebody. Yeah, that's the scene in the movie. God damn it.
I'm serious. Tyler should snatch that lady up right away. Snatch her up.
Yeah. Can I have my phone?
Lies.
But that I gotta end it on that note. Thought you liked it. Because when I first saw the story, like it just had her version of it, and then I said, well, let me watch the fucking the body cam. It's like, come on. You're being an asshole and you got arrested. I mean, stupid people win stupid prizes, and I'll leave it at that. But
no, I'm not. So you're not gonna say no. You telling him what you're going to do.
I'm not saying. Do I have to sign? No, I don't.
I don't.
You saw the dude with sign right. I said, well, I don't got to sign it yet, but you're going to jail. Where's the pen? See, and he gave him his license back. He was on his way. They don't even give you your license back here. You keep your shit. They gave you your license back. If you get pulled over in Chicago, you can't keep your shit. Yeah, Chicago. You gave your shit back there. It's okay, here's your license. Here's your ticket. You on your way. But I appreciate you supporting out another damn podcast. Even dumb people like Angel Guys. If you want to support us further, was that her name? I think I said it right. I don't remember. Angel Guys. Yeah, I'm just making sure. Give us a like. You know how we do it. Also subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
Also YouTube and your Amazon Alexa devices. Follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how I do it.
You can check me out at MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
Well, I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.